Welcome to another week here on CKPG Today Way. This street sign is the gift that keeps on giving, let me tell you that. And today, we're taking you along the journey down Highway 16, all the way to McBride, British Columbia, as our journey along the northern route continues. We're going to meet some great artists at the Whistlestop Gallery and so much more on CKPG Today. Meet the Train Man, one of the many fixtures of beautiful McBride, British Columbia. And today we're taking you here along the northern route to stop inside the Whistlestop Gallery. This is one of the oldest buildings in the valley, the train station, of course. And there's many great stories inside it, including the artisans, the authors, the people who get to display their work. We're going to meet some of them along the northern route today. Let's go. Now inside the Whistlestop Gallery in beautiful McBride, British Columbia. Of course, if you get off the train, you're going to step right into here. And we got Catherine, we got Linda to tell us a little bit more about this place today along the northern route. Catherine, tell me a little bit about the Whistlestop Gallery for those who haven't visited before.
The Whistlestop Gallery has been showing off the work of the artists in the Robson Valley for more than 25 years now.
Wow, a quarter century. Wow.
And we've got work by about 100 local artists. Local for us means between Valemont and Dome Creek. And they're working in all sorts of mediums.
Wow.
Paint, photography, fiber arts, the written word, metalworking, you name it.
Wow, so a little bit of everything in here. Okay, that explains if you look around, you can see some books, some painting. Yeah, like Catherine said, we'll meet a couple of local artists here in a second as well. But do you have a favorite part? Is it the spirit of the Whistlestop Gallery that you like the most?
Oh yeah, I enjoy, there's just so much creativity in the Robson Valley. And also, there's so much change. Almost every time I come to work, there's a new piece of art.
Okay, so even if you have visited before, there's difference.
Oh, yes. Okay. Yes, artists are bringing in new work all the time.
Linda, tell me a little bit more about the spirit of the Robson Valley, because you call this place home. You know more about it than we do. I mean, we get a sense of it on the streets when we visit, but tell me a little bit about why you love the Robson Valley so much and how the Whistlestop Gallery represents it.
Well, I think the Robson Valley is a great place to live, to do business, to raise a family. I think the gallery adds so much because it's become a collective. So if anybody is looking for getting involved, what they might be able to come and be involved in, and as Catherine said, the variety of things. But this has become a key place to visit if you're going to be here in the Robson Valley. We've got the advantage of this being both the visitor center and the gallery, and so it really makes it a key point.
What's your number one tip for people visiting McBride and the area?
Oh, be sure to stop in the gallery.
There you go. That's a good number one tip. I like that. Catherine, what about you? What's your number one tip you tell people? Any common questions you get a lot?
Oh, people are usually asking me about nice hikes in the area, of which we have many. So my tip would be bug spray.
Okay, there you go. That is a good tip as well. Now time to meet one of the faces behind this beautiful piece of art. One of the many things you'll see here in the Whistlestop Gallery. David, thank you so much. This is your rendition of Mount Robson, a beautiful piece. Thanks so much for talking to us today.
Sure, happy to do it.
Yeah, and tell me a little bit about your piece here and some of the pieces that you do as an artist that people can see.
Well, I'll just start out by saying that I took photographs all my life. And after I retired in 2003, I was still taking pictures. And it finally struck me that every time I took a picture, I thought, oh, this would make a nice painting. But then I hadn't really done any painting, so I thought, well, I'm getting pretty old, and if I don't start pretty soon, I'm not going to be able to. The first picture I had, what I thought I'd do was a cabbage. And because I like realism, I wanted to kind of paint in that style. And so I had this photograph of a cabbage, a red cabbage. And so I knew that in order to get the scale right and make everything look real. You can make a grid on the photograph and make a grid on the canvas.
Yep.
And then by using the lines of the grid, when you draw the thing out, you can kind of get everything in the right place.
Gotcha. Nothing's disproportionate.
That's
that way,
right.
yeah.
Trying to make it look real. So I drew the whole cabbage out, and I had all these squares on there. And I thought, well, since I've got all these squares, maybe I'll just paint a square every day. And so that's what I do, and I try to vary the colors a little bit in the square. And I try to keep the tonal value the same. So what happens is, from a distance, it looks like a photograph. If you get up close, then you can see the different variations in the color.
Yeah. It's kind of cool.
So
it's like a quilt a little bit in a way.
Right. Yeah. And because, well, people would ask me, well, what are you doing these days? And I said, oh, I'm painting. And they say, oh, what are you painting? And I said, a cabbage. They said, oh.
Of course. Our final stop here at the Whistlestop Gallery today is meeting a renowned local author, Randy. Very nice to meet you. Thanks for having us here, dropping by with your book. Yes.
Yeah.
One of your many books, I should say. Yeah.
Well, this is what I've got done so far. I've got another 4 on the way soon, but there's the trilogy, and this is the first one I ever wrote. So these ones are actually set in McBride.
Wow. Okay. And what made you want to start writing? A little bit about you.
Oh, well, ever since I was a kid, my whole family is readers. And we always read, and I started writing short stories in a little, before I could read, I was writing short stories, drawing little cartoons in a folding book that my grandfather had made for me, writing those for my aunt. And they always wanted me to finish the story, and I didn't until I was in my 40s. And I was like, I need to finish some stories, so yeah.
So now you have lots of materials, what you're telling me.
Yeah. It was a long gap, so now I figured that I've hit 50. I've got to catch up on all those years. I got a lot of books to write.
There you go. Well, the Robson Valley, I hear, is a good place to do that.
It's one of the reasons we moved up here.
Yeah.
It's remote and isolated, and yet has all the facilities you need and a really great artistic community too. So there's a lot of support there. And coming up as a novelist, I get to really enjoy the peace and the quiet, and other novelists, other writers, other artists in town that can help support that and really keep me focused in writing and producing a lot of words.
I like it. Okay, now tell me about this book you got in your hands here today.
Oh, this is the first book I wrote, Anubis War. This was this was an idea that had been kicking around in my head since I was 20.
Okay.
About alien languages and wanting to explore what that would be like. And it built up a really big backstory in my head of what this far distant future would be like. So I thought I would explore that. So I came up with a character who was, strangely enough, a retired sword fighter. I don't know where I got that idea.
Weird, yeah. Not you at all. No.
Yeah, so it was a really good experience as a first novel. I actually had finished it, and it sat untouched in a back drawer. Then I've got another friend who's has quite a few novels, I think 50 plus at this point, asked me what I did for, had I finished any work? And I said, yeah, I do. And he's like, well, give it to me. I'll give it to my editor, and they'll edit it, and we'll get that thing published. And I was like,
whoa.
Okay, I'll do that. Yeah, he wound up being my co-author.
Oh,
so
there you go.
These books are written in his universe.
Okay.
So I did the writing, he did the making sure it fit in with his stuff, and then published it as well. So that gave me a real big boost.
Thank you so much for your time today. There's tons of stories. Thank you. And here at the Whistlestop Gallery, tons of stories on the walls and the shelves. So we shared a couple of those with you today, but you got to come and discover some for yourself. When you make a stop along the Northern Route, don't forget to get your passport stamped as well while you're here. Thanks so much, Randy.
Miss an episode? That's okay, life gets busy. We get it. Or maybe you didn't miss anything, but you're here to watch that one feature again because honestly, it was that good. No judgment. Here's the good news. You can relive every moment of the CKPG Today Show whenever you want. Head over to ckpgtoday.ca, click on the Today Show tab, and voila. So grab some snacks, kick back, and binge away because let's face it, life's too short to miss out on great local TV.
It's time for another edition of Money Matters with Integris. We got David Gulko back in studio today to talk a little bit more about something we were dying to talk about. David, I couldn't help myself. But,
That's a great pun. I love it.
We're talking about wills today. Yeah, it affects everybody, anyone, and everyone.
It does.
Yeah, I guess maybe it's just important to highlight the will thing. Is there ever a bad time to start talking about it?
There never is. First,
No.
let me just say thanks for having me back on the show. I love being here with you, and thanks to everybody for watching me. Yes, you got to die first before your will is any good, but you really do need one. Wills are absolutely crucial. because you're making everybody's life miserable if they don't know where things are going and what your wishes are. You've got to have the will.
You have the will, you have the way.
You do.
I'm really full of it today.
You're doing good, Caden. We're going into summer and people have a little bit more time on their hands.
Yeah.
And it would be great to sit down and spend the time. And before you write the will, planning the will is crucial.
I was going to say, so what are some steps people should do before they come to see you or a professional that's going to write the will for them?
Thank you. I think it's crucial to know certain bits of information before you go have your lawyer do it, because so many people, first of all, are intimidated by a lawyer.
Yeah, of course.
They're afraid to ask questions because it's going to cost them more money per hour, and many times they get answers they don't understand.
Right.
They don't want to look foolish and say, can you explain what that means? And people just nod. So
it's like when you're buying a new car and you just...
Yeah,
it sounds good. Yeah.
That's right. Telling you about the Hemi and the engine and the intake and the, I don't know that stuff either, but you just nod. But yeah, that's kind of what happens. So I love it if people come to see me before they do a will, because it gives us a chance to talk about some of those things that should and should not be in a will.
Okay. Give me some examples here.
Okay. Perfect example, grandchildren.
Okay.
Okay. You got 5 grandkids, you want to leave them all $20,000 each, that's $100,000. Okay?
Sure. Yep.
Doing it through the will is a foolish way to do it.
Okay. Why would you say that?
Because when you do it through the will, it's going to cost a lot more in probate, grief, aggravation, and the kids won't see the money for a long time until probate's completed.
Which can take years, right?
Exactly.
Not months,
It
years.
can. Yeah. So a better way to do it is just take $100,000 and put it in a product that allows a beneficiary. 5 beneficiaries equal, they may get $22,000, $21,500, but they'll at least for sure get their 20 each without having an executor go through the grief and aggravation to distribute it. So you can reduce the costs tremendously by taking the grandchildren out and arranging an alternative way to pay them. Okay?
That's a great, okay, yeah.
Got
any other great examples? Yeah, this is great.
I really do. I think the last time I was on the show, we hit on the cabin and it needs a tax plan, okay? That's another thing, because in your will, you're probably going to take into consideration your family cabin.
Yep.
Well, if you're going to take it into consideration then, take it into consideration now. And the cabin is crucial, because if you just put the cabin in the will, not only is it going to be the largest capital gains tax because it's at the very end, but it's going to have to be probated. So if we deal with that cabin now, we could reduce taxes very significantly and eliminate probate on the cabin. So it needs a plan. And the will brings all these things to the surface. And that's why I like if people come and see me before they do the will.
Yeah, because everyone's unique.
Talk about this. Exactly.
Everyone's got different cabins. Maybe they don't have a cabin. Maybe they got a treehouse. I don't know. People got, maybe they got a boat.
Or maybe they don't even have children. And are wondering how to distribute then. And there's lots of ideas. And if you don't have children,
yeah, because this is a good chunk of viewers as well, I think, and people that we don't always talk about. But
exactly, you don't have children. If you're going to leave money to a charity, it's crucial to pre-plan, because you can get a better bang for your buck rather than placing all the charities down in your will. And you've got to decide how much money would it cost if you got hit by the bus tomorrow to look after them.
It is a theory. It's applicable. And you can talk more about it when you visit David Gulko.
Exactly.
You're always open for business?
Always open for business. Even when I'm in the Caribbean, I take calls. Caden knows this personally.
Usually I'm a little jealous of him, but you can make it work.
But don't hesitate. I'm always at Investors. We can talk about will plans, tax planning, the kids, insurance, whatever's on your mind and matters.
If you want to talk about great ties. I mean, he's got a great hat, but great ties too.
Thank you.
It's a man who knows how to tie him too. Thanks for coming in today.
Appreciate the compliment. Thanks for having me, Caden. It's always a pleasure.
Money Matters on CKPG Today is brought to you by Integris, a division of Coastal Community Credit Union. From here, all in for you.
Tired of missing the good stuff? Let CKPG Today come to you. Our new weekly email newsletter delivers local stories, contests, and can't-miss moments from the show straight to your inbox. No digging through social media anymore. It's free, it's easy, and it's very local. Sign up now at ckpgtoday.ca or by scanning the QR code on your screen now.
Plenty of fun planned to kick off the summer for the Prince George Tapestry Singers. We're so lucky to talk to a few of them today. And I would say the leader of the group, the person who makes it all tick, Carolyn Dirksen, thanks so much for making the time to come in.
Great to be here, Caden.
So we got Cora and we got Robin as well here on the couch joining us today, a couple members of the Singers. But Carolyn, tell me a little bit about some of the welcome camps you guys got planned coming up.
Typically what we do is we have welcome camps only in September, just before registration. But a couple of years ago, we started to have a couple of everybody welcome sessions in June so that families can attend. They can think about it over the summer, come back in September. So we had our first one yesterday. We had 14 kids come to the junior session and 3 to the senior session, really keen young singers. And we have another one next Thursday, the 18th. And then again in September, there are a couple of Thursday dates.
Wow. Okay, so the next one is on June 18th, folks.
Yeah.
Is it full already or not yet?
You don't have to register.
Okay.
It's just a drop-in. So you just come down to Knox and we'll welcome you. We have our signage outside. You come upstairs, you sign in, you get a name tag, and you come enjoy some fun and have free pizza. So no sign-in or no pre-registration is required.
You had me at free pizza.
There you go.
Robin, tell me a little bit about yourself and how long you've been with the Tapestry Singers.
So my name is Robin. Oh, I forgot about this.
That's all good.
I'm Robin, and I just joined the Tapestry Singers because I just moved from Ontario.
Wow.
So I've been with them for 7 months. Does that make sense?
And how's it been so far? How would you describe it?
It's been absolutely wonderful. It's such a welcoming community. We get to do so much for the people of Prince George and people from other places. We get to go to nursing homes and to the hospital to sing. We have our concerts. We went to Sun Peaks for the cantata, well, not the cantata, for the Conbrio Music Festival.
Aha. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Huh. And Cora, I'll let you have the mic here on the end as well. But you've been on the show before talking about the Tapestry Singers. How have the last few months been for you? And tell me a little bit about a singer's experience, I guess, at these welcome sessions and what people can expect if they're wanting to try things out.
I think the everybody welcome rehearsals it's really fun because we all get to like make new friends, and it's really fun to try out a new thing, and Tapestry is a great community, like Robin said. It's really fun.
The other thing I was going to touch on, Carolyn, here quickly before we go back to the Singers, 20 years for the Tapestry Singers coming up this fall. How proud are you of that?
Yeah, when I take a minute to think about it, 20 years is a long time. We started in 2007, and it started originally because I was a music teacher in the district, and singers were finishing with me in elementary school, and they had nowhere to go, right? And so that's where it began. And so when I look back and I think about where we started and where we've come to, yeah, 20 years is quite a marker. I'm very proud of the community. Yeah,
well, you should be. Give yourself a pound on the back. I would, but my arm's not long enough here. There you go. Thank you,
Thanks,
Robin. Okay, a fun little trivia for the Singers here on the show. Now, Robin, what would you say is the hardest song that you've done with the Tapestry Singers, and what makes it the hardest?
Okay. Probably the one you love the most too, right?
Are you gonna say like "Ain't No Grave"? Is that what you were thinking?
Whoa.
It's up to you.
Okay.
Carolyn's thought.
It goes pretty high. I'm a soprano 1. And so some of the notes are definitely quite up there.
Yeah?
Yeah.
We'll go with that one. Okay.
I think that one's probably the most difficult.
Okay, and opinion. Cora, for you, as we wrap this up, what is the hardest song you've performed with the Tapestry Singers, and why?
I think I'll also say Ain't No Grave too, though.
Wow.
It's really fun too. It's our big special song for the 20th anniversary, and it's 18 pages? 19. Oh my gosh.
Oh my goodness.
We've only done 7. It was like our sneak peek for the 20th anniversary next year, and we've got sign language and so many harmonies, and it's just so fun.
Wow. Well, thank you all for coming in today. This has been great to get to know the Tapestry Singers and celebrate 20 years, and also some chances for you to celebrate as well with them June the 18th, the next one. And there's some more camps in the fall if you missed those. So we'll include all the details in case you missed anything, ckpgtoday.ca. Thanks so much, Carolyn, Robin, and Cora. Thank you.
Taking a look outside at our CKPG snapshot of the day from Linda Moody, who was out at sunset to catch this photo for you today on the snapshot feature. This one from YXS out by the Prince George Airport. Of course, you see the airport fence in the back, and yeah, it's beautiful out in those parts because it's a little flatter, so you don't have any mountains blocking the sunset. It kind of just fades into the horizon, as it does here. A little later in the summer months for sure, too. Thanks for sharing, Linda, of course. If you have any photos, folks, we'd love to see yours. Email us, snapshot@ckpg.com, to have yours featured potentially on TV.
Pretty cool story today we're looking back on in history. A local teen inventor, and now this wasn't her first invention by the looks of it. It was one of many, but it got the attention of some very important people in Hollywood. We'll let the evidence do the talking.
Taking a look back to 2002, The Tonight Show was praising a Prince George teen inventor. Yes, Gina Gallant was awaiting word after sending her demo tape to Los Angeles. And, well, Jay Leno at the time was pretty pumped with it. So, what was her invention, you ask? Well, her project was titled Poly-Agar Road, Paving Our Future. Paving material she invented was made up of a combination of traditional petroleum-based asphalt, stone aggregate, and ground recycled plastic. Gallant said plans are tentatively in the works for paving a block and a half of Gladstone Drive with this new type of material, and she was hoping maybe she'd get an appearance on The Tonight Show as well. A teen inventor. Very cool.
There you go. So you're wondering what happened to her today. Of course, well, she lives in Edmonton and she works for an oil and gas company. I guess not exactly how you would picture, but she still said recently that she pays for the patent in case a company wants to take the try of doing that kind of aggregate and paving roads that way. So cool stuff. A Prince George person definitely made some headlines back in the day. Thanks so much for watching today, folks, and we'll see you for more good stuff as we continue our journey along the Northern Route tomorrow. Bye for now.